Good morning, everyone. Today, September the 6th, this is Thursday, and this is the Futures in 5. This is Anne Marie. We're taking a look at the E-minis here. We can see that we are range bound, looking at the areas between 28.82 or so and 28.94. We are trying to base. There's been no extraordinary overnight movement, so we are trying to pack an edge up above 28.97. We could push into here, but there is a little bit of a negative drift here we need to pay attention to. The one thing that concerns me is that so many people are talking about this being the beginning of some sort of very big downward motion, and I'm not saying it's not. What I am saying is that this might be an early space, and if a lot of people get short too early in the game, we're going to squeeze higher. And so we do have to watch out for coming into these edges, as a potential squeeze is fairly likely if that occurs. If not, we'll be range bound. Watch your edges, folks. This is not a trending environment. We've got a ton of cross currents. And what we are in the middle of is a fade to support. Someone sent me a note and said, why are you calling it bullish when we see all this negative motion? It's the big picture. Yes, I do trade intraday, but I don't trade not paying attention to everything else going on around me. I've got to do that, and that allows me the highest rate of return as well as the highest win-loss ratio. Does it mean that I have to think a little bit more? Yes, it does, but oh well, welcome to trading, right? I mean, if it would be super easy, then, well, you can fill in the blank there. So, we have resistance here at 76.33. It's moved down quite a bit, right? It was up here at this 76.91. We've broken our primary support. So really, that's the area we've got to get above now, right? Are we going to do it? I don't know. We're holding the same baseline that we've been holding since yesterday, 75.12. Again, no big movement during the day. Big traders might be waiting to see what's going on. We can take a look at the chart, see how it moves to the upside here in the space. But we are range bound below 75.11, 75.07. We've got a thin auction vacuum all the way down. Charts are very messy here, and they could fade quite sharply. We just need to be very prepared at our edges. The YM has been doing much better than the other charts. We really have come right into the resistance zone, as you may have seen with the NQ and the ES earlier. We're pretty far from those resistance zones, particularly the NQ. But if we can hold up these edges here, we'll be in good shape to break. That's a big target. Not sure we're going to get there at this stage, but what we are looking at are front lines of sellers. This particular moving average means that things are very choppy when you start seeing it move through the candlesticks. That's telling us, you better wait for this break, allow it to retest, and take a look at the charts. That really is what we are looking for. We did bounce off of this support level. Could we still be sideways? Absolutely. We just have to watch and wait, see what happens. Not an ideal trading environment at all. The dollar continues to fade, not holding its support zone, and if it drops out of this edge, we are going to have a continuation in the dollar drift, which has done a tremendous job of lifting and then moving back. This is a very solid support zone for the dollar, but it is fading. That means gold and other things like oil that are priced in dollars getting a little bit of a boost this morning. Old resistance, possibly new resistance. Take a look. It could still be a resistance area and get broken. That's what it did yesterday. Faded right off that edge. We're going to have the same kind of environment, folks. If it gives us a wick, it will be a shorting event. There's a lot of negative drift here. Watch the punch up. Could you take it long? Yes, but you'd need a very tight time frame to do that. And then you'll notice that we've got all kinds of sellers just under 69. That's a place to watch. Really need to be careful about that. Gold doing the same thing, holding its relief bounce. These arrows that you see once in a while where we are in our formations, it tells us, hey, listen, watch for support action. If you can see a bounce off of a primary support level, like we've been talking about, 1195, this fade that says, hey, I'm on the hunt for support, which is what that arrow actually means, we know that that's going to be a bullish edge. It's given us that, but all of this motion is overnight, thin volume, so we should retrace. As we retrace into the shallow areas, if we can hold the primary motion here and keep this higher low, we are going to expand. If not, we're going to fade. All right, that's where we are. Good luck trading today. This concludes the Futures in 5.